Beloved, I want you to take a moment, breathe in deeply, and gently say to yourself, I am open to success. I am willing to grow. I am ready to prosper. Because within you is the seed of greatness. Within you is a powerful mind capable of creating a life beyond anything you've imagined. You are not born to stay small, to stay stuck, or to stay afraid. You were born to think big, to rise, to thrive, and to step into the fullness of your light. When you think big, you are honoring your divine potential. Big thinking is not arrogance, it is alignment. You are not just a physical being trying to survive, you are a spiritual being with infinite creative power. Louise Hay always reminded us that our thoughts create our reality. So if your dream feels too big, good, that means it's worthy of you. Begin now by planting that vision like a sacred seed in your heart. Hold it, bless it, speak life into it. The size of your dream is not what matters most. It is your willingness to believe in it that brings it to life. But thinking big does not mean waiting for perfection. Begin where you are with what you have. Start small, but start now. Every wealthy, powerful, confident person you admire once began with a single step. They didn't have all the answers, they had intention. They acted with faith, not fear. So instead of saying, it's too late, or I'm not ready, affirm I take one loving step today toward my dream. Small steps done with love and consistency become powerful movements. Momentum is created not by speed, but by belief. Now listen closely. If you want to attract success, begin to act like the rich. Not by spending, but by thinking. The wealthy don't just use money, they use their minds. They focus on solutions, not problems. They invest in growth, not gossip. They speak in terms of possibility, not lack. You too can think and act this way. Affirm, I think wisely, I use my time well. I surround myself with inspiration and intention. Wealth is a mindset before it is ever a reality. Train your thoughts to reflect the future you desire, and your life will begin to follow. This is your invitation to align with the energy of abundance. Let go of old stories like, I'm not enough, I've failed before, or success isn't for people like me. Those are just echoes of fear, not your truth. Your truth is love. Your truth is strength. Your truth is expansion. Louise Hay taught us that healing happens when we choose different thoughts. So choose to believe in yourself. Choose to think big, to start small, and to carry yourself with the energy of success. Because what you radiate, you attract. So my dear, trust in your ability to rise. Speak kindly to yourself. Think boldly. Begin gently, walk with purpose. Act as if the universe is supporting your every move. Because it is. The success you desire is already making its way to you. You are not behind. You are not too late. You are right on time for your transformation. Say it now with love. I am open to wealth. I am open to growth. I am ready to shine. And so it is. Many of us have been conditioned to keep our dreams small, to stay practical, and to avoid hoping for too much, just in case we're disappointed. But beloved, dreaming big is not foolish. It is a sacred act of self-love. When you give yourself permission to envision a life that excites you, a life that stretches far beyond what your past or environment has shown you, you are honoring your inner being. Louise Hay always reminded us that our thoughts are powerful tools of creation. When you think big, you are expanding your energy to match the infinite possibilities that life is offering you. You stop playing by the limits others gave you and start dancing with the truth of who you really are. Your imagination is not random. It is your soul speaking in images. It is the blueprint of your divine potential. So when you close your eyes and see yourself traveling the world, building your dream business, helping others through your success, or waking up with joy and peace every morning, that vision is not a fantasy. It is a spiritual preview. Louise believed that what the mind can see, the body can create, and your life can manifest. The key is to allow yourself to dream without guilt, without judgment, without shrinking. When you say, it is safe for me to dream, I am worthy of grand visions, you are not just affirming, you are awakening. Thinking big doesn't mean you have to know how it will happen. The universe handles the how. Your role is to be willing, to trust, to expand your vision beyond the boundaries of your current reality. Remember, every invention, every masterpiece, every empire began as a dream in someone's heart. That person dared to imagine something more. And so can you. Your dreams are not silly. They are sacred whispers from the divine encouraging you to rise. Every time you imagine a better life and affirm, I am ready, you are stepping into co-creation with life itself. Sometimes we limit ourselves because we fear failure or even worse, success. We wonder, who am I to want this? But the truth is, who are you not to? You are a powerful creative being. You are here to experience joy, abundance, impact, and expansion. When you think small, you deny yourself and the world the gift of your full potential. Louise Hay taught that we are all deserving of the best that life has to offer, not because we've earned it, but because we are alive. You do not have to prove your worthiness to dream big, you simply have to accept it. If you struggle to dream beyond your current circumstances, begin gently. Find quiet moments where you can breathe deeply, close your eyes and ask yourself, what would I love to experience? Let your imagination lead you like a trusted friend. Picture a life that lights you up, a life where money flows freely, where you feel loved, supported, and alive. Even if the vision feels distant, keep visiting it every day. Each time you do, you're strengthening your connection to your dream. You're teaching your subconscious that it's not only possible, it's on its way. Thinking big is not about being greedy or unrealistic. It's about reconnecting with the vastness of your spirit. You were not born to settle, you were born to expand, evolve, and inspire others through your light. So dare to dream without limits. Let your imagination be wild and wide. Speak your vision with love and confidence. The more you dream with faith, the more the universe conspires in your favor. Your big dreams are not too much, they are perfect, they are powerful, and they are yours to claim. So many people wait for the perfect time to begin when they have more money, more support, more clarity. But the truth is, the perfect time rarely arrives. Life doesn't wait for you to feel completely ready. It invites you to begin exactly where you are with whatever you have. Louise Hay gently reminded us that every journey starts with a single thought, a single step. You don't need a grand gesture to move forward. You simply need willingness. When you say, I am willing to grow, I am willing to learn, I am willing to begin, you unlock a power within that's been waiting for your permission to rise. Using what you have is not a limitation. It's your superpower. Some of the most successful people in the world began with very little, but they used their time, their effort, and their belief to build something beautiful. You don't need a fancy office, a large following, or a perfect plan. Maybe all you have is a quiet hour each evening, a notebook full of ideas, or a heart full of desire. That's enough. Louise would say, start from a place of love and the universe will meet you there. Your sincere action, however small, signals to life that you are ready for more. There is sacred energy in small steps. They may seem insignificant at first, but small actions repeated with intention and love gather power. Each step you take builds confidence. Each decision to move forward, despite fear or doubt, strengthens your spirit. The magic is not in the size of the step, but in your decision to keep stepping. When you affirm, every small step I take leads me to greater abundance, you align yourself with momentum. And momentum is what carries you from dream to reality. Starting small teaches you trust. You learn to depend not on external circumstances, but on your inner strength and divine guidance. It's easy to believe in yourself when everything is perfect, but there is deeper power in believing before the evidence shows up. Louise Hay always said, the point of power is in the present moment. And in this present moment, you have everything you need to begin: the breath in your lungs, the vision in your heart, and the courage to take just one small step. Your present situation is not your final destination. It is the soil from which your dreams will grow. Don't compare your beginning to someone else's middle. Don't doubt the value of your current tools, resources, or skills. Everything you need is either already within you or on its way. Trust that your journey will unfold step by step. Each choice, each act of faith, each hour you devote to your dream is building something bigger than you can see right now. And one day you'll look back and realize that what felt small at the time was actually your greatest turning point. So take heart and begin. Don't wait for perfection. Don't wait for applause. Just begin with love. Begin with faith. Begin with what's in your hands. Say to yourself, I am enough. I have enough. I start where I am, and that is more than enough. Because when you move with sincerity and purpose, life moves with you. Small beginnings lead to great transformations when they're led by belief and backed by action. Let this be your moment to say yes to yourself, your vision, and your future. Wealth begins as a feeling long before it ever shows up as numbers in a bank account. It is a mindset, an energy, a way of being that radiates from within. Louise Hay often reminded us that our outer world is always a reflection of our inner world. If you wish to attract abundance, you must first become aligned with it in thought, word, and action. This means seeing yourself not as someone waiting to be wealthy, but as someone who already holds the energy of wealth. When you affirm, I carry myself with abundance and purpose, you are stepping into that identity now, not someday. Not after achieving a goal, but in this very moment. The energy of wealth is calm, confident, and expansive. It doesn't rush, it doesn't panic, it doesn't beg or chase. It knows its value, and it trusts that everything it needs will arrive in divine timing. When you embody this energy, you begin to speak differently. You choose words of faith, not fear. You talk about opportunities, not obstacles. You celebrate growth, no matter how small. This shift in language may seem simple, but it is profound. Your words are spells shaping the reality around you. Speak as the abundant version of yourself, and the universe will respond in kind. Acting like someone who is already successful is not about pretending or faking. It's about aligning your daily habits with the vision you hold. Ask yourself, how would I walk, talk, make decisions, and treat myself if I were already living in wealth? Then begin to show up in that way now. Maybe it means dressing with intention, even if you're staying home. Maybe it means managing your money with love, no matter how much you have. Maybe it means setting boundaries, choosing peace, or showing up with excellence. Each choice reinforces your new identity and anchors the vibration of prosperity in your life. One of the most beautiful aspects of embodying wealth is how it transforms your self-worth. When you decide that you are already enough, already deserving, already capable, you stop chasing and start attracting. You begin to release desperation and replace it with ease. Louise Hay always taught that self-love is the foundation of all healing, and this includes financial healing. When you value yourself, you naturally align with opportunities, relationships, and experiences that mirror that value. You stop rising. You treat your time, energy, and goals with the reverence they deserve. The more you commit to this wealthy energy, the more the world around you begins to shift. People respond differently. Opportunities present themselves. Your creativity flows. Your ideas are met with interest. Why? Because you are no longer operating from lack. You're radiating sufficiency. You become magnetic, not because of what you own, but because of who you're being. The frequency of wealth is irresistible, and it doesn't depend on your current circumstances. It only depends on your willingness to believe and embody it today. So step into that energy now. Stand tall. Speak with clarity. Act with purpose. See your world through the lens of possibility, not limitation. And when doubts creep in, as they sometimes will, gently affirm, I carry myself with abundance and purpose. I am aligned with the energy of wealth. Repeat it often. Let it live in your heart, because you are not waiting for success. You are creating it from within, and the moment you truly embody it, life will reflect it back to you in ways that feel nothing short of miraculous. Many of us were raised with silent beliefs that success is selfish, or that wanting more somehow makes us less humble or less spiritual. These thoughts sneak into our minds and whisper doubts when we begin to rise. We may feel conflicted when we set bold goals or desire wealth, as if we're betraying something pure. But beloved, Louise Hay reminded us again and again, there is nothing wrong with wanting to succeed. There is beauty in expansion, in growth, in rising higher. Success does not make you selfish, it simply reveals your light. It allows you to shine brighter and to inspire others to do the same. You must begin to see success not as a destination for the few, but as a divine right for all. When you release guilt or fear around the idea of having more money, more joy, more freedom, you open the door to receive. You cannot call in abundance while secretly feeling ashamed of it. You cannot rise while holding on to the fear of being too much. Say to yourself, it is safe for me to succeed. I allow myself to rise. Let those words wrap around you like a warm embrace, because when you feel safe and worthy, success no longer feels like a threat. It becomes your natural state. Shame is one of the biggest blocks to abundance. If you feel unworthy of success, you will unconsciously push it away even when it arrives. This is why healing is essential. You must look at those inner beliefs with love and ask, where did this come from? Who told me I had to stay small? And then you must choose to forgive and release. Forgive yourself for believing in limitations. Forgive those who passed their fears on to you. Louise taught that healing happens when we love ourselves enough to change. That means letting go of the pain and welcoming new truths. I am allowed to be successful. My success blesses the world. When you allow yourself to rise, you give permission to others to do the same. You become a living example of what's possible. Your success doesn't take from others. It uplifts. It creates more love, more opportunity, more light. Imagine the impact you can make when you are financially free, emotionally grounded, and spiritually aligned. You can help more, give more, serve more. That is not selfish. That is sacred. When success is held in love, It becomes a tool for healing and transformation. It becomes a bridge between your personal dreams and the world's greater good. Every time you feel hesitation around your success, go within and speak gently to yourself. Say, I deserve to thrive. I am allowed to grow. It is safe to shine. Speak it again and again until it softens the fear. The more you affirm your worthiness, the easier it becomes to move forward. You begin to act, to create, to receive. The resistance melts, and what once felt impossible begins to feel natural. Louise Hay always said that life loves you, and part of that love is giving you space to rise. But you must love yourself enough to believe it, to receive it, and to own it. So let today be a turning point. No more shrinking, no more apologizing for your goals. Step boldly into the truth that you are meant to succeed, not just a little, but fully. Let go of the guilt. Let go of the shame. Let go of the fear that says you're not enough. Say to yourself with kindness and power, I allow myself to succeed. I am safe to rise. And know that as you heal your relationship with success, the path before you clears. Opportunities open, resources flow, and life begins to reflect your new belief that success is not only possible, it is yours. Your environment, both internal and external, shapes the reality you experience each day. Every thought you allow to linger, every voice you listen to, and every space you spend time in has an energetic impact. If your surroundings are filled with doubt, fear, negativity, or limitation, it becomes harder to feel uplifted and inspired. But when you intentionally choose to surround yourself with thoughts, people, and environments that empower you, your energy begins to rise. Louise Hay believed deeply in the power of our inner atmosphere. She would say, I only allow nourishing thoughts to live in my mind. And with that, she gave us permission to protect our peace as sacred ground. You have the power to choose what you consume mentally. Just as you would be mindful about what you feed your body, be equally mindful of what you feed your mind. What kind of content are you watching? What kind of conversations are you engaging in? Do they inspire growth or reinforce fear? Positivity is not about ignoring reality. It's about focusing on the part of reality that brings you strength. Start your mornings with uplifting words. Read books that expand your mindset. Listen to voices that believe in possibility. Your mind is a garden, and the thoughts you water will grow. People, too, carry energy that can either lift you or weigh you down. Surrounding yourself with those who support your growth, who encourage your dreams, and who reflect your values is not a luxury. It's a necessity. Pay attention to how you feel after spending time with someone. Do you feel more hopeful, more grounded, more inspired, or do you feel drained, small, and unsure of yourself? Louise Hay would lovingly remind us that we deserve to be in environments that feel good. Give yourself permission to set boundaries and choose relationships that are aligned with your healing, abundance, and peace. The physical space you live in also affects your mindset. Your home, your workspace, even your phone screen can either energize you or clutter your spirit. Create an environment that mirrors the life you want to live. Light a candle that makes you feel warm. Display affirmations on your walls. Play music that lifts your mood. Keep spaces tidy to allow your energy to flow. It's not about having expensive things. It's about creating a space that speaks to your soul and reminds you of your worth every time you enter it. Empowerment starts in the subtle details you choose every day. Even when you're alone, your self-talk is the most constant voice in your life. Be gentle with it. Speak words that build you up instead of tearing you down. If you catch a negative thought, don't scold yourself, simply replace it. Say, I choose a better thought. I choose love. I choose faith. The more you practice this, the more natural it becomes. You don't have to control every thought, but you can choose which ones you believe and which ones you let go. Nourish your mind with hope, with dreams, with kindness, and over time, your entire inner world begins to bloom. When you make empowerment a lifestyle, not just an occasional habit, you start to see yourself differently. You begin to act from your highest self, not out of fear or survival, but from confidence, clarity, and intention. You walk into rooms with grace. You make decisions from strength. You attract better opportunities because your energy has changed. Louise Hay taught that when we care for our thoughts and surroundings with love, life begins to care for us in return. So today, decide to be a guardian of your own energy. Choose wisely, choose lovingly, and let everything around you reflect the truth. You are worthy of a life feels good to your soul. There is extraordinary power in the words you speak to yourself each day. Your inner dialogue sets the tone for how you think, feel, and act. When you use affirmations with intention and love, you begin to build a foundation of inner strength that nothing outside of you can shake. Louise Hay taught that every affirmation is a message to the universe and to your subconscious mind saying, "This is what I choose to believe." So when you say, "I think big, I act with faith, I receive abundance with ease," you are planting seeds of transformation in your spirit. And with repetition, those seeds bloom into a life that reflects those very truths. Affirmations are more than just words, they are energetic blueprints. When repeated consistently, they begin to rewire the patterns of self-doubt, fear, and limitation that may have been with you for years. They gently shift your focus from what's lacking to what's possible. They invite you to see yourself not as a victim of life, but as the empowered creator of it. You are not simply hoping for success, you are affirming it into existence. Louise believed that we are always using affirmations, whether consciously or unconsciously. So why not choose to affirm with love, power, and clarity? Speaking affirmations aloud each day creates emotional momentum. You begin to feel the shift in your energy. Your posture improves, your decisions become bolder, and your belief in yourself deepens. They are not magic words that fix everything overnight, but they are sacred tools that keep you grounded in your truth when life tries to pull you off course. Each time you say, "I am capable," "I am worthy," "I am attracting success," you are not only speaking your future, you are calling it into the present moment where your true power lives. Daily affirmations remind you that you are not defined by your past, your current challenges, or other people's opinions. You are defined by the thoughts you choose to hold and the energy you choose to carry. Let your affirmations become your daily ritual, your sacred practice. Write them on your mirror, repeat them while walking, whisper them in moments of doubt. Speak them with love, even on the days you don't fully believe them, especially on those days. Because the more you speak your truth, the more your soul begins to remember who you really are. You don't need to wait until you feel confident to start affirming success. In fact, it is the affirmations that help build that confidence. Every time you say, "I trust my journey, I move forward with ease," you are creating a pathway for that energy to take root. You are training your mind to see opportunities instead of problems. You are teaching your heart to stay open even when fear knocks. And in doing so, you build a deeper relationship with yourself, one rooted in compassion, strength, and belief. Let your affirmations be your lighthouse. Let them guide you through uncertain days and keep you aligned with the person you are becoming. Louise Hay believed that when you change your thoughts, you change your life. So speak kindly, speak boldly, speak often, and trust that every loving word you declare is creating ripples of change in your inner world and beyond. You are worthy of the life you envision. You are walking a powerful path, and with each affirmation, you are taking one more beautiful step into your highest, most abundant self. The journey to lasting success and abundance begins within. It is not just about chasing goals, it's about transforming your mindset, healing your beliefs, and aligning with the truth of who you really are. When you dare to dream big, start with what you have, and embody the energy of wealth, you begin to shift your entire reality. As you release old fears around success and surround yourself with empowerment, you create fertile ground for your dreams to flourish. And when you affirm your path daily with love and conviction, you anchor yourself in possibility and power. Louise Hay taught us that the thoughts we think and the words we speak are shaping our lives moment by moment. So choose thoughts that uplift you. Choose to believe in your worth. Choose to act with faith and walk with grace. You are not here to struggle, you are here to shine. The universe supports every step you take toward your higher self. Keep going, keep believing, and remember always you are already enough, and your success is already on its way.